It almost seems like these 24-hour news cycles now are trying to generate stories and keep the audience with them. We've heard that this might happen. And then you wake up the next morning and actually none of that actually happened.
Oh, Natalie's lived this. Here we go.
I mean, I'm not going to lie. There's a bit of artistic license at times. Well, there were times where we would stage things, shall we say. So I was on with a very famous presenter called Jim White, and often we'd get someone who worked behind the scenes to give him a piece of paper, and he'd turn around to the camera and be like, oh, breaking news, or this is going to happen, or there was nothing on the paper. It was just fate to bring a bit of drama to what might have been a quietish transfer deadline day. Probably shouldn't have said anything, so keep that between us.
I, for one, am shocked. I'm outraged at this.
I'm sorry.